All right. Good morning, everyone. Kyle, I already see you in the chat. So, yet again, leaving Dover, entering Kansas, entering this month. In my opinion, we're playing the same guys each and every week until we get to June, basically. All right. So, today I'm playing Byron. I'm playing Larson. I'm playing a lot of them together. Who was good last week? It's gonna be the same people good this week. I had a comment on the pre-video related to, well, man, you rambled for like 15 minutes. You didn't mention Penske at all. Why would I? We see nothing coming from the Penske brigade that is warranted. That's warranting them being played. Okay, you know who the favorites are for this race? You know who the favorites are to lead laps in this race? You know who I think is going to actually finish in the top 7 today? That's Byron, that's Larson, that's Chastain, that's Truex, that's Hamlin. Uh, we could possibly see Bell in there. We could possibly see Chase Elliott. But for the most part, it's the first drivers that we mentioned before we got to Bell. And I think we jam in as many people as possible. Tyler Reddick, I think pit road is going to be a legitimate concern for him. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look really fast at the pit selection for Tyler Reddick because it is pretty huge. Now I already factored all that into the into what is it into everything, but look, being stuck behind Justin Haley, who's probably going to be on the lead lap for a majority of this race. And certainly when it matters, Reddick trying to get the lead early before the other guys really get a grasp on what their car is doing. That's going to be pretty brutal. I mean, you gotta legit factor that in because I factored in for William Byron. I factored in for Kyle Larson. I factor it in for everybody else who has a good pit stall. It's already factored in for people who have a bad pit stall. Um, so I think there's legitimate concern about Tyler Reddick today. Um, and that's just, I mean, I guess we're going to be different there, 80. Um, because I am very concerned about Logano. I'm just not going to end up playing Penske today. Blaney, I'm just not going to. What's going on, Wes? What's going on, Phil? And that's really the main point of that. When we look at where I think people are going to want to turn to in the value range, at least the people that I think are viable, I'm going to have probably one line with each of Yaley and Poole at the moment. Possibly just Poole. I don't think Malicki's in play at all. I'm concerned about Gregson. I'm concerned about Todd Gilliland. Um, Harrison Burton, LaJoy, Haley, McDowell. I think all these guys are in play. I would personally try and prioritize LaJoy, Haley, and McDowell in that range. Um, that's mainly where I'm going to go. I'm probably not going to get to the high 6Ks just by the way we're building lines and stuff. A driver that I really do like. Actually, there's two that I think we really should consider getting to and playing, and that is Chase Briscoe. Not Chase Briscoe. That is Chris Buescher. Now I understand, averages, 29th fastest. Didn't run a ton of laps, but I enjoyed what I saw at Dover. I would much rather trust that data than the practice data. And Brad Keselowski. With yet again what we saw last week, I think Keselowski and Buescher should be your prioritized mid plays today. You can throw Barry in there as well, but I do like the slight discount that we get on Chris Buescher compared to Barry. And I like that Keselowski is priced in quite a difficult range, especially if you're paying up for three of the 10K guys. It's very, very hard to get to Keselowski. So I think he's worth it. If you're not going to go with, three lap leaders, which I would honestly be more interested in fading a third lap leader and playing Byron and Larson together and using that extra spot in your lineup to either get to Chastain or Bubba Wallace. But I think those are your plays. It's Larson and Byron, which I'm going to have 100% of both these two individuals, and then Truex, Chastain, and Bubba Wallace are probably your third guy in that lineup, and then you're filling out the rest. That's how I view it. That's how I look at it today in this race. I don't really want to mess around with Cindric, Jones, AJ, Eric Amarola, Austin Dillon. I'm not going to get to Stenhouse. I think that's too much. I got him projected for 30 points. I just don't believe he hits 35, and I don't think he's anywhere near value. I think that's a bit of a trap play. I don't necessarily want to pay up for place differential either. If I could avoid it at all, thank God that we actually have a qualifying deal where we pretty much have everybody starting where they should, outside of some guys in the teens like, Bell, missing out on the top 10, Harvick, Buescher, and all those guys. But for the most part, everybody already has a track position that they should be running with for the majority of the day. Gibbs, do we see Gibbs stay up there? I don't really know. I got him projected for 30, so I'm not concerned about Gibbs. I think Logano falls out of the top 10. As I said, I think Reddick kind of gets stuck running 6th to 9th all day. I have everybody, everybody who's anybody who is going to have a fast car already projected for fast laps and stuff. So even with all that stuff factored in, I just find it very difficult to get to people like Reddick, people like Suarez, people like even Kyle Busch. I got Kyle Busch projected for... Where are we at, Kyle? I got him projected for 9th with, like right around 12 fast laps or something throughout the race. That's going to just slightly be at value for him. But, I don't think we necessarily see a lot of passing in this race. If you look back at other races here at Kansas, we don't see a lot of passing. And it is done on pit lane. I do not foresee passing under green flag outside of a drastically a huge discrepancy between a short run and a long run car, and the guy gets passed very quickly on a restart. But look, the dirty air is huge here. You're going to be running the top, or car length or 2 off there. You're not going to be running the bottom. So the fact that you're going to have aero push coming out every corner here, it makes it very difficult to pass. And so I'm going to play Byron. I'm going to play Larson and just hope that they kind of swap lead and stuff on pit lane, and can keep swapping fast laps throughout the race. And I just don't think we're going to see a ton of passing in this race. So that's kind of why I'm prioritizing those guys. Why they priced Bubba Wallace at 9? I have Bubba Wallace. Did you? Well, he won last year. This team's been incredibly good at Kansas. Actually, my bad. That's fake news. Bubba Wallace he's never even won a race. But when you look at Bubba Wallace, starting 17th, I have him projected to finish 12th today with, right around 11 fast laps. I got him projected for right at 40 points. But if you give him a little bit more, which is in the realm of possibility, especially with how Toyota is slowly catching up to the Chevys, Bubba Wallace can easily probably score 44 points. That's going to be a 4.9 value. If he does anything more than that, if he actually, gets fast, which yet again, this has been a good track for that team and him, Bubba Wallace can finish 9th and 8th today, realistically. Not shitting you, and possibly contend. It just the way that Bubba Wallace works is a lap leader gets taken out or is involved in a wreck, because the optimal for him to be there would probably be 2 lap leaders, and then Bubba gets in as the 9K guy. So it's unfortunately started 17th. I think he's worth a few flyers. Like I said, once you kind of get your Chastain Truex lines in there, I think you should absolutely have 1 or 2 Bubba Wallace lines today. And then just hope that the guy can actually not have a mental breakdown and finish 9th. But that's kind of where I'm at there. Probably going to do 12 today. I'm at 8 right now. But I got 12 for this, 12 for F1, 10 for both Showdown NBA things today. That's still that's quite a lot of money. Also, just 12 and every NASCAR thing, the 15, the 4, the 5. that stuff adds up pretty quickly. I might do like 16, but I don't foresee myself doing 20, especially because I'm basically running the same line 12 times, just like last week. Here, actually, I forgot I didn't do this. Where are we at? I'm going to show you my lines from last week because I forgot that I did not do that. I didn't do a review show because I was busy building shit over here. So this is a very similar, not necessarily starting position wise. So this was last week at Dover, 100% Larson. And where was Willie B? So Byron, I had 60% of, whatever the case was. I mean, it was practically the same lineup, ran just different times. Between all 20s, it was Kyle Busch, which unfortunate there, but all but 2 lineups with Larson, and then I think all but 7 lineups with William Byron. Very similar today. Just absolutely going to play Hendrick like crazy. We already have the track position. They have pit lane, even in the back of the field. Harrison Burton, LaJoy, it's really the same guys. Haley, it's really just the exact same drivers. Like McDowell, that's why I like McDowell. I don't know why he wasn't more on last week. Probably just price-wise and stuff. But I'm playing the exact same people I did last weekend. And I like it that they're starting farther up this weekend, so hopefully that'll scare people off. I also don't understand why Byron was so low last week, like at 13%. What the fuck are people looking at? It makes no sense. I doubt he'll be that low. Yet again, that's almost like 3 years in a row where just the guy who's killing Dover just isn't owned. And not even due to huge wrecks and stuff. Just like the best driver going in isn't owned. I don't get it. So, we'll hopefully we can have them doing well. Let's see. How you doing, Eagles? What's going on? Ryan, Hamlin, Larson, Chastain. You dogs, I think you should play. I'm going to... Motherfucker. Yo. Brother man. Play some Byron. Holy shit. Play some fucking William Byron. Everybody in this chat. Everybody on this stream. Play at least, if you're uncomfortable being high, play 35% William Byron and build from there. Okay? Byron is the favorite. He is the absolute favorite entering this race. You know who's the second favorite? It's Larson. Third is probably then Chastain. Hamlin and Truex would probably be 5th and 4th. Play some fucking William Byron. Everybody here. That's the tip today. Let's see. What's going on, Monica? It just, I don't know. I really hate to say it this way just because I have, I don't know, it comes across as a bit of an asshole, but like, dude, man, you win some, you lose some. It's all the same to me. It's just money. And it fucking sucks, but, I'm going to have like $200, $300 on Byron and Larson not wrecking. And last week, Larson wrecked. Unfortunate. Just got to move on, man. I've gotten way more aggressive with being way over the field, 100% on people like that. When it works out, it more than makes up for the days that it doesn't. It just, you got to be able to withstand the days that it doesn't cash and stuff. So I'm perfectly okay with it. Especially like a favorite. Like, it's not like I'm going 100% on some value play. Like Byron, I just want to grab her. Byron, where has Byron? Why would you not play William Byron? Why? Everyone, honestly, put in the chat. I got to hear this because I don't get what is going on with the Byron hate, the Byron like dislike. Is it the pricing? He's not that bad this week, okay? Like, are we not playing the best driver this year? Excuse me? Sure, okay, if you're looking at Fontana, 14th best driver. But the best at Las Vegas, and I don't frankly give a shit about the short tracks, but you're telling me the man who had the second best car at Atlanta, who had the second best car at Coda, the guy who had the second best car at Richmond, okay, so we go through drastically different tracks, and he's still the fastest, and then we come back to Dover, and he's the best car. Oh, but, Chastain would beat him in the long run. Doesn't matter. He scores you over 100, 110 points, whatever it was. He's optimal. It's not even about, is he winning, is he not? Is he being optimal? Is he scoring enough to get you there? Yes. Why are we not playing him? That makes no sense. Ryan, why? Oh, man, I hope my stream didn't die. Oh no. Oh no, did my stream die? No. Hope it didn't. It says I lost. It says I'm losing packets like crazy. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know why on Sundays I've been losing packets like fucking nuts lately. Hold on. See if I can save this. Let's see. Did that save the stream? Yeah. Okay. I think we're good. Sorry, I saw that my fucking stream was dying. And okay, sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why OBS is wouldn't do that. It's all the big sites. They're like, man, we got to silence this man. He's talking too much about Byron. Yeah, of course it's a Motorhead reference. That was my high school quote. That's my yearbook quote. You win some, you lose some. It's all the same. It fucking is, dude. I mean, it is certainly here. I got like zero risk tolerance and like zero regret on most things I lose money on. What do you think about taking? I know, man. Thank God I don't look at Wanted Goons, for example. No way in hell I'm making money off of that. There is no way in hell, and I'm going in, and I've talked to McAllen and all the people involved in there. I'm like, I'm not expecting this money back. Let me help you guys. Let me support you guys. Let me be a financial backer. Let me get you guys and it should certainly help you guys through the cash cup and everything like that. And it's cool to, to be a part of Wanted Goons there. But our goal is to be a competitive tier 2, tier 3 team by like late 2024, 2025. So I doubt we'll see any majors anytime soon. But it'd be cool if we could like compete on some of the bigger tier 2 scales in the future. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, and if you guys want to support Wanted Goons, you can get some merch for free if you follow what Lauren what I retweeted from Lauren yesterday. Toyotas, yeah. Fucking Motorhead rules, dude. Optimizers. I mean, I think Chastain or Larson are better. Well, I guess when do you think about it, Byron is going to take off early. I mean, yeah, Larson, Byron, Chastain. Like, I don't understand the Byron dislike, the Byron hate. Like, not even hate. Like, he's not being played. It was the same thing last year, where people didn't play the Toyotas when they were clearly the best drivers till like deep into the playoffs. Like, look at Byron's scoring. Oh my Lord. Every intermediate track we've seen, let's just look at fast laps. Like, fuck the last laps or the laps led, because that's very much based on place differential, or not place differential, on where you're at. 59 at Las Vegas, 57 at Dover. Like, even at Auto Club where he was horrible, 2 fast laps in a 200-lap race, like that's pretty substantial, man. And Byron has them. We're in pit stall. Like, everything. He's 10-9. He's cheaper than Larson. Like, play them together. What are we doing here? I don't get it. Don't get it at all. Like last week, people might not even play Larson after last week. There's a lot of people tilted last weekend, which understandable, but like, bro, that shit's gonna happen, man. It just percentage of outcomes, man. Like every race outside of plate races, there's like a 15% chance that any given driver is going to be involved in a wreck, an accident, certainly one that isn't their fault. And if it's not their fault, I just write off. I just absolutely write off. Like, if it's self-inflicted, like Raja Caruth last night, I mean, then you have to factor that in of that dude being a fucking idiot. But like Larson did absolutely nothing wrong, wrong place, wrong time. Just gotta move it aside. Let's see. What else? Yeah, sorry about the stream. We run 20 lines. Should we have 6? I think so. I think you should absolutely do that. That's what I did last weekend. I had 60% of Byron and Larson together. 65, somewhere around there. And this weekend, because I'm not doing 20, I'm not doing 20, so if I do 12, I'll just say fuck it and do 100% Larson and Byron and call it a day. Yeah, scared money doesn't make money. And secondly, remember, even last year we don't see a ton of passing. The fastest cars are up front, but like that approach of playing guys up front has really competed to win a lot of money this year on DraftKings, on sites, on everything like that. I think it's been a really, really good way to be different this year, and I'm just gonna keep playing it that way. I like playing Byron and Larson together, and I like playing 3 of the 4 starters in a lineup. They're the ones gonna be there. Any given week, not necessarily just in this race, but like typically the fastest cars are gonna be swapping. Ideally, this race goes: Byron leads a little, maybe Larson passes him on a green flag. Byron can get the lead back on pit lane. Later in the race, we see Chastain or Truex kind of take over, and the other guys kind of fall to second and third. Like, ideally, the top 5 in this race doesn't change. I mean, 5th place, Reddick, Gibbs, Hamlin, whoever's there, I mean, that's going to change. But, like, ideally, your top 4 running drivers are not going to change this race. I don't have anything for Elliott. I'm not playing Chase Elliott today. I'm not exactly sure what was up with him at Dover. He just didn't have the speed in traffic. He really struggled. I don't believe it's anything related to the injury, but we're not seeing the chase from Chase Elliott. So that is a situation where I'm probably gonna just back off and wait and see, specifically when I like Chastain, Hamlin, and Truex more. Let me see. Do you think a lot more will be on JGR than Hendrick? I don't know. I really don't. I don't understand. I don't even bother even thinking about ownership and stuff because it never makes sense. Like every slate, if you look at ownership, it's like, what the hell is this? Why is this guy not owned? Why is this guy owned? Why is this, like last week, Austin Dillon? What the fuck, dude? What is everybody doing? Like, this isn't NASCAR of old. We have no practice. We have, he's not a powerhouse team that's going to be able to transform a secondary car into a race competing vehicle. Like, everybody played Austin Dillon last week. I didn't get that at all. There was absolute writing on the wall saying that he wouldn't be fast. So, like today, same thing with Stenhouse, which we have seen before be slow this year. Stenhouse is 19th best on averages, but you see that he has a pretty fast fall off. He's at 169, 168, pretty fast compared to everybody else. Yeah, sure, he might have speed to get himself between 25th and 19th and stuff, but he's not going to get any farther than that. When you look at the top guys here, which yet again, Logano only ran 6 laps. He's I don't know, man. I'm not excited for Logano at all. But Bell, Truex, Larson, Hamlin, Byron, all there. When we're really splitting hairs, Hamlin probably has the best short run car of these individuals. Between Byron and Larson, it's very even. I'd give it to Byron slightly. Truex has a really, really good long run car, which is why I would probably have Truex as my third guy in a majority of my lines. And you can even go back and forth. Like, if you want to switch it off and you don't want to be 100% on two guys or whatever, I think you should absolutely build centered around Byron, Hamlin, Larson, Truex, and Reddick, and just flip-flop those guys in there left and right. Let's see. I'm going to have no Harvick today. I'm not going to have any Harvick. Also, thank you very much, 65 of you guys here joining me on a very early Sunday stream. If you guys want to chill out, kind of hang, kind of goof around. I don't know where the hell Winston is tonight, but I know I got a Winston race, so we'll be streaming that. Let's see real fast. Where are we at? We're at Charlotte. We're doing the Coca-Cola 600, which is 60 laps, so that'll be fun. I love Charlotte. What else? I mean, I think that's really it. I don't really have a whole lot of takes past that stuff. Like, I don't really want to get too crazy. Like, Suarez is very concerning. I mean, he ran long runs, but man, he hit that wall super fast. I mean, he really plateaus and then just kind of falls off a cliff because he's stuck at 168. Man, he has really good running speed for like 12 laps, and then he just gets stuck at 167. It's a drastic drop. Everybody else is probably going to pass Suarez. So honestly, I think Suarez has a really, really good short run car. I don't know. I'm just looking at actually here. I always forget. I put this in the Discord and stuff too. But here are your practice laps for everybody. And let me move it to the side. So you can see, as I'm saying, like, Suarez runs extremely long, but he hits that 167 way faster than I think other people are going to do. And then you just kind of plateau, because this is really the slowest you're going to be. You're already, 8, 9 tenths, maybe a second fall off at this point. Anyway. How much Bell should we have? I don't know. I'm probably going to not have Bell. Probably not going to have Bell today. I think if you're playing 20 lines, it probably makes sense to have like 15%. But I'm probably personally not going to. Which is at least one thing that I like about the channel is I tell you exactly what I'm doing, whether it works, doesn't work. At least I'm transparent about that. So I will probably not have any Bell today. And yeah, I think we're about done. I'm trying to think of other things. I don't know. I think it's very... Oh, yeah, going back. So, like, right fast, real quick. Poole, Yaley, Balicki. I doubt we're going to see a lot of attrition in this race. But I'm personally going to have one lineup with Poole and one lineup with Yaley. And I might just do both with Poole just because he's cheaper. Because, man, if we could really, truly jam in all the lap leaders in this race, which I think we're going to have multiple lap leaders in this race, I don't know who's going to win it. I think that's very much up in the air. But we can pinpoint the 4 guys who are going to contend for the win. And, if not 5. And it's 267 laps. Ideally we want more laps when we play a punt. But, man, if you can get those lap leads, and if you can get nearly every fast lap and lap lead, I think Poole makes a lot of sense today. So that's where I'm at. Thoughts on Barry? I'm gonna have some if I need that 7K range. I'm not completely concerned about his practice speed. We know he's good, especially at highway racetracks and stuff. He's getting better. And this car has been, truly phenomenal. He's been doing really good with it. Hendrick's been fast. We're probably not going to see him compete for the win. He'll probably go lap down at some point. But Barry, starting where he's at, is I think he's viable in certain situations and stuff. But he is getting more expensive. He is getting harder and harder to fit in. He's very quickly becoming just a place differential play that you're paying up for and stuff. So that's kind of why I like Chris Buescher. I think if you like Barry, I think Chris Buescher makes a lot of sense. And yeah, I think that's about that, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're gonna end it there. Thank you very much for joining me on the Sunday. If you want to support me, support the work that I do, you can either do it multiple ways. You can send some super chats on this, on my iRace streams, whatever the case may be. You can go and join my Patreon and stuff. And yeah, past that, hope you guys have a fantastic day. Hopefully you can make some money. Thank you everybody who comments and who's always a watcher on these streams. Wes, Big, Distributed, Kyle. I'm sure Clutch will come in and watch this race or watch this live stream later. Just thank you everybody for always being here, supporting me, and best of luck, y'all. I'll see you guys on Monday when we review how well or how poor the Cup Series makes this weekend. Also last night, first time in a long time, I've had lines with 4 out of 6 drivers that have wrecked out. It has been so long since I've had that. I wasn't even mad. Couldn't even be mad. It's been so long since we've had that. That race got wild. Anyway, see you guys later. Have a good day.